Track. If you walk with a Jesus, you're gonna save your soul.
What'd I miss?
So what did I miss?
So what did I miss?
Wait, you guys, I haven't really caught up on the show or watched it at all. What did I miss?
So what did I miss?
Guys, I was just looking online and I couldn't figure out what the fuck did I miss?
What did I miss? There's a scenario that I just said too. What did I miss? This is So What Did I Miss? The show where we show how little we know about a show. That's right, we take the last episode of a beloved TV series, maybe not beloved by all, certainly not us. No context, we go in it, watch the finale, and we review it as a whole, whole thing.
What we figure is our dear friends are always like, oh my gosh, you have to watch this show. And we figure, yes, I do have to watch this show. So we try to do it in a way where we don't devote like 48 hours of our lives.
Yeah, we don't devote
why would
years.
you do that? Just because Jan at work was like, you gotta watch this show.
I mean, people die. At least one person per day is gonna die. And they're gonna die with incomplete shows. And what if the finale sucks and they just wasted their whole life on watching that
Like,
shitty
if
show?
I died before I learned that Rachel on The Bachelorette picked Brian, I would be... Like, my life would make more sense, actually.
And if I would have died without knowing that Rachel and Ross actually ended up being together at the end of Friends, I really, really could have been a lot happier.
Yeah.
Dude, same thing.
Rachel
exactly
and
the
Joey.
same.
Rachel and Joey, team Rachel and Joey.
And I missed that. I have not watched it. Okay, I could do a solo episode on Friends, but let's get to our names. I am Oliver, and joining me is...
Cha.
And...
Oscar winner De La Hoya.
Also known as Flash, possibly. Maybe it's not.
I have many names. Flash
Many
Medallion is another one of them.
Oscar Winter is his maiden name.
Yeah. And De La Hoya is my birth name.
And password to many of his websites. Okay, but today we did...
I'm glad it's not really.
Oh god, good talk immediately. Today
Dude, this is The Wire, though.
The Wire.
The Wire.
Guys, The Wire.
So who knows who is listening?
This is the greatest show of all time.
Yeah, this is what many call the greatest show of all time. And we skipped to the end of it. We skipped 59 episodes. We skipped 5 seasons. Get to straight to the 60th episode called 30. Alright? We're going to keep it 30, you guys.
Why is the 50th episode called 30?
60th episode called 30.
Oh, okay.
Because divided by 2, because people didn't like it who liked the show. I don't know. It happened in March 2008. So where do we want to start? I have a personal thing that I want to say, starting off.
I want to hear it.
We got Ron Perlman all over again. That's right. Where is Idris Elba? Where is he?
Well, I call him Idris.
Idris, oh.
But I don't know what you're supposed to say. I've only ever read his name.
I say Idris.
Idris?
Okay, 2 against 1. We win. Okay.
Guys.
Alright, I don't care what you call him. Like, I wanted him.
Yeah,
I needed him.
I was excited about him. I was like, I think we talked about doing a Idris Elba talk last episode because we were
like a whole lecture.
Whole lecture.
Like going on tour.
I can admit that I knew enough about the show, and I think I said it the night we watched the episode. I knew that there were characters that went in and out, and I thought that he was one of those.
He does go in and out.
Oh.
I'm assuming. This is how big a pervert I am. I watched all, 4 seasons of Luther. Because Idris Elba was in it.
For no good reason.
And that show's horrible. The whole show takes place on an escalator on top of an abandoned warehouse parking garage in London. And Idris Elba got shot in the leg. Next to a redhead. Every single fucking day of his life.
Every single episode. Wow, that's draining.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta watch that and you can explain it to us. But, do we have any certain place we want to jump in with this episode? Everyone's corrupt. I love the first 20 seconds of it, where it's like how we feel. They're just like...
It starts off with that guy who's running for office.
Yeah, the guy who was on the plane with Bane and The Dark Knight, Mauvais.
Yes, so last time we saw him, he was on a plane with Bane.
Yeah, now he's here.
This time...
Will it hurt?
He's in a room full of snakes.
Everyone's getting in trouble. Everyone's getting busted. Everyone looks like they're all busted, and they're speechless, as we are, because we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he's like, and then finally he's like, wait, you mean there's no hobo killer?
No hobo killer. But They were there's a hobo killer. I don't. Is there a hobo killer? That's another.
As far as where we're at now, because this is complicated, so we're gonna get into real shit. We can't just make fun of people's abs in this show. This is a real show. Everyone's wearing a blazer. Okay, so no one killed any homeless man, and then it's like the police lied because they needed money to fight some drug dealers, and then Dirty D from Pootie Tang is like, everybody's so dirty. I wish I was still a newspaper man so I could write about this. That's Dirty D from Pootie Tang. The last time we saw him, he was in that movie Louis C.K. wrote.
Oh, very topical.
Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang. I think it's the only good thing Louis C.K. did, and it's because it was a collaboration project.
And to be fair, he hates that movie that came out because it's nowhere near the script like that he wrote. Or like
that's how it should be.
Yeah.
What the hell script did he write? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, that kind of scares me.
It's probably way more fucked up.
Yeah,
he's talked about it on record before. I'm pretty sure it was more fucked up.
A lot more child sex. A lot more.
Oh, well, I hope not.
A lot more love me daddy.
Yeah. Jokes about his daughter's vaginal infection.
Does he do that? Really?
He makes jokes like that.
Oh God!
Like, he's always talking about. Well, it's like a gritty joke about how like when you're a single dad, you've got to do gross stuff, and so he makes a lot of edgy jokes that aren't like fetishizing, but still, it's like, don't talk about my vagina, daddy.
I'm telling you, David,
I want to write that movie.
Yeah, all of these guys, they can say something and eventually be gross. David Cross can say anything he wants, and he's always like really funny, and people are like, he's so insightful.
Except for what he said to Charlene Yee.
What did he say to her?
He was like, ching chong diddly dong, or whatever.
Did he say that like on stage?
No, he just walked up to her, treated her shit.
No, I just mean like when he's on stage. He's one of those guys who like people are just like, whatever.
It's not, that sounds like such a David Cross thing that it's just like, it's kind of, I expected it.
Even his wife, who was Joan of Arcadia, was like, yeah, my husband probably said that, and she would know because she talks to God.
Alright, let's get back to Sex in the City, but with crime instead of sex. That's The Wire, people. I love the theme song, of course, by comparison to Sons of Anarchy. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Everything, like anything you could think of. It makes Sons of Anarchy look so much worse.
Here's the thing. Sons of Anarchy for me as a Bruce Springsteen fan had that one like scene in the beginning, but the theme song was god awful shit.
Yeah.
And this also has your Tom Waits and Springsteen are kind of from that same ilk. They covered each other and like musically and stuff like that. Like. That kind of like beat poet thing.
They're both old dudes?
Old dudes, yeah. Yeah. And
King of the nursing home.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Different nursing home though. Springsteen had to be king. He's king over here and like bike it's kind of like we're simple guys, that nursing home, and Tom Waits is more like
Tom Waits is in the nursing home under the bridge.
Yeah.
When you're under the bridge now.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a great song, and from what my understanding is that every season had a different version of that song.
The Wire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crossed my head.
Every season had a different because we noticed that they play it a couple times in this episode.
Yeah, they call back.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, we got the theme song give you a great feel for the city. We were in Baltimore. We knew we were in Baltimore every 12 seconds. I never knew I was in Charming in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, well, this was a real city.
This is a real show.
The city wasn't just supposed to stand in for some, American archetype. It was, a
living, breathing thing. It was a character in the movie itself. The movie. I keep wanting to refer to this as a movie because this is 90 minutes long.
And it's so standalone. It's like we were able to pick up on all the major plot points.
Which is a little bit worrying for me when I think about the rest of this show. I mean, it's just like...
Is it too obvious, or is it just... always it's like this patchwork of gossip among people, and you've got different characters that know different things and that are let in on different things, and so it's literally it's like a quilt.
And on top of it, we don't know what we're supposed to know, but they fill us in on everything. They love us. Okay, this episode loved us. They knew we were coming.
We're not going to get this very often. If you watch most series finales, it is like it's just the last episode.
Yeah, and you're like, what the fuck was Jan at work thinking or recommending this bullshit to me?
Probably should have started from the beginning, but no, not now. Of course not. Jeez.
I'm gonna make fun of Jan. Okay, so anyway, the next thing that happens is this head police type guy with a pink tie. He's not in charge enough to have, like, the big black Boy Scout uniform with all the stars on it.
Yeah, he's not Starman.
Like Lance Reddick does. But he walks in, and there's this little, like, you know the old guy from the cartoon Up?
This is the prequel to Up,
This
by
is the
way,
prequel
in
to
case
Up,
you're
and
wondering.
he's sitting there, little old guy with his little, shirt, and he's doing some kind of court work. And so the guy in the pink tie comes in and is like, "Hey, we know you have a gambling problem. It's time to fess up." And he ends up colluding him into some cover-up that's going to pertain to the homeless.
Yeah, he
guy
leaked. Okay, he leaked everywhere, and we gotta get some Tampax for this or something. But what else? Everyone's leaking. Actually,
Yeah,
everyone
everyone's
was leaking.
leaking.
Everyone. Oh yeah, we figured this out, you guys. Everyone's wearing a wire in the wire.
Yeah, and
you
everyone's
guys.
blackmailing each other with stuff they got off being recorded. Because since they're all having these secret gossip conversations all the time,
Yeah.
at some point someone's recording. Like
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, exactly. We have tapes, you guys. We have tapes of this conversation.
So there's the redhead. Talk about the redhead.
The
Talk about our fashion sense.
Yes, you guys. And I don't know if you know this at wherever you are, but I am the DA. I'm actually the redhead. I'm wearing the blazer. It's not a woman's blazer. It's called an extra fitted blazer. Okay,
It's from the women's department at the Limited.
Okay.
It's the exact one that the redhead wears when she's talking to Lance Reddick.
And I have her hair. Okay, I am her. I'm her. Because that's why I have her hair. And
With a very, very sexy headband.
I have to get the hair out of my face sometimes. Like when I'm not DAing or like telling people how many years like they have in comparison to me, I wear a headband.
But anyway, so it's established that the redhead, who is Oliver,
Here's me. Hello.
she's on some kind of wiretap where she's going to get implicated. And Lance Reddick, who is, tall, black chocolate,
Perfect.
wearing like this, he's like some kind of decorated police thing. He's wearing so many stars, so many Purple Hearts,
How do the stars
so
work?
many merit badges. He's like the Eagle Scout of the show. He's just like, I don't give a fuck.
No, he says we're fucked.
He does say he don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Oh, okay.
Well, and he says we're fucked.
Yeah, he says all
He's
the
like,
variations.
God
of
damn it,
fuckage.
redhead.
What he says is, "We're fucked. I don't give a fuck."
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
What?
But where can you put the stars, though? Can you put the stars anywhere? Because it can just be like a little reminder, like, hey, you guys weren't looking at my stars.
No, you
Hey,
gotta
look,
put
man.
some of the stars on your shoulder. But his shoulder is full of stars.
He had them on his collar sometimes. This is...
I think his stars are kind of bullshit, and I do think they move around a little bit.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I also think that he should have lost a couple because he makes a couple of bonehead little decisions here.
But he's
and there.
so honest. He's so good.
Yeah,
know.
every time he colludes with the redhead, a star should fall off his shoulder to let everyone know where his ethics stand.
Yeah.
You know, maybe the stars, like, their placement it's like the wristbands. He's like, what he's down to do. Like, he's down to get dirty with the redhead. You know, it's wishful thinking. I'm the redhead.
Oh, yeah, like if you put your bandana in a certain pocket, that means you're down to be gay, and if you put another pocket, that means you're in the Crips gang.
Yeah, that's a dangerous
one or the other. You
distinction.
gotta
It's
pick one.
Ooh, that's hard
You
to
gotta
do.
pick one while you're young. Alright, so the next place we go to, alright, is the newspaper room. And the newspaper room is interesting because so far we have two views. We have inside, like, the district attorney's offices and the whole politics of that guy who's running for mayor or governor or whatever.
I think both. He's like climbing the ladder, dude. He's the same damn time.
I am every woman.
And then we got the Baltimore Sun.
The Baltimore Sun, the newspaper. And the deal with the newspaper is this dude is writing an article about Bubbles, who is just this guy on the street hawking newspapers and working at a farmer's market or
He's like
something.
recovered from drugs.
He doesn't do drugs anymore.
Yeah, he's done with it, but he doesn't see why his story needs to be told though. This is
Like,
his conflict.
I don't get it.
He's like, what? I'm just doing what I need to do, you guys. Like, what?
And
You
it's
write an
like, but
article
that's
on me?
amazing that someone's like did something and knows these things and is doing what they need to do.
Because he's the only one, you guys.
Yeah.
Everyone's corrupt
Yeah.
and fucked. Besides the mayor, he's gonna be okay, even though he should be the fuckedest. He's not.
And then after that, we go right back into the politicians, attorneys, or is that the cops? The cops talking to the mayor.
Oh yeah.
There's this guy, Oliver thinks he looks like skinny James Gandolfini. He also has a lot of decorations. The only people that have decorations are Lance Reddick, Tall Black Chocolate, and not James Gandolfini.
He's the police commissioner, not James Gandalf.
He's the commissioner.
Yeah.
So the mayor, governor candidate guy who was on the plane with Bane wants the commissioner to be corrupt, and then he's going to promote the commissioner to king of the police.
Yeah, the king. I don't.
So that deal is made.
Oh, the commissioner's ready to get dirty. Okay.
Yeah, so the commissioner's going to get dirty.
Along with everybody else.
Now, for something totally different, we go outside of the elementary school where we meet Daquan.
Yeah, first he's like chilling outside there, and then some kid comes out of it, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And then he like shakes drugs out of a tree or something. This is like the drug tree. This was the weirdest part.
It's like the giving tree.
Daquan was just like, "Okay, that's cool. I don't know what's going on here."
It was very Animal Crossing.
Yeah, hit up a bush.
You never know if the drugs are going to fall out or if it's going to be like a beehive and you get stung by a bee.
Yeah.
It's life, you guys.
Or syphilis.
But
Trees these days.
Daquan, he has a bit of a trouble. Okay, I understand this situation. I don't think I really do at all, but I'm gonna try to. Daquan wants to buy a horse, but horse is another word for heroin, so he can't ask for money for a fucking horse.
Yeah, but he
from a
does
teacher.
literally want to buy a horse.
Yeah.
So instead, he's like, "Hey, teach, can I have some money? Some people are going to set me with a place, and I'm going to go get my GED." It honestly sounds like he's auditioning for Barney, the performance he gives his teacher.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can betcha, you can trust me, you can count on me.
Teacher sees through it, but,
He's like, "You know what, Daquan, how about this? I'll give you the money, we'll get my car, and then, I'll go and I'll pay the Jerry place myself,
It
and
sounds
he's like,
so Kevin
gee,
Spacey.
man, you don't have to do that."
Yeah, like, give me some space, please, Kevin Spacey. Just give me the $200, okay? Don't get in my pants.
Well, it's just like the horse master says, because eventually, the guy, the teacher, drops off the kid at a guy in the middle of the street who has, like, a horse and buggy situation.
Yeah, horse dealer.
And then the kid walks up to the horse and buggy guy, gives him the money, and these are literal horses, not heroines.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "He must love your black ass." So that's why we think that the teacher is the teacher fucking Daquan?
Yeah, Kevin Space off, dude. Like, ugh.
Man, Kevin Space Swap.
Yeah. It's depressing. Okay, what's up? Are we still? You have more to the plot, or is that where you stopped taking track?
Oh no, there's plenty more.
I just want to say that it never really struck me that the teacher could have been fucking Daquan until now, and now it's like, oh my god,
yeah,
that's really really dark. It's like the what was the short film that you showed me?
Oh, everyone should watch this on YouTube. It is called After School Special, starring Sarah Paulson and the kid from American Beauty who thought the bag was beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's just a real short film. It's really beautiful. Should we spoil it?
No,
don't.
Don't spoil.
It's short enough to watch. Just do
just
it.
watch it.
Pause this. Watch it. Come back.
Okay,
to
so
us.
anyway, the next person we meet is one of the cops, one of the swinging dicks. His name is McNutty.
McNutty.
And he is unhinged. He is unhinged.
This nut is about to bust, you guys.
So the guy with the pink tie who was telling that gambling man, "We got you, man, and we're going to use you for some other thing we're trying to uncover." I don't fucking know. So anyway, pink tie's like, everybody knows. And he's referring to the hobo murders. So it's like, are the hobo murders set up as a joke?
Oh yeah, because what we heard at the beginning is...
Or is McNutty the hobo killer?
They're using money, like, they're saying the hobo killers is a serialized thing, and they're like, well, we need money to, like, investigate, but they're using it to get drug lords instead. But then there's a copycat that may be doing this now, and then McNutty in the center of all this.
Because McNutty, like, I guess came up with this lie, like, let's tell everyone there's a serial killer, because hobos be dying all over the place. But then, if someone copies that fake serial killer, that means McNutty is a serial killer, even if it's not.
Was McNutty the one that looked like the psychopathic brother of John Cena?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unhinged.
Yes.
He just his wrinkly shirts.
Got that nice wrinkly face.
It just kept getting more wrinkly, you guys.
It's like each day he uses less starch on his laundry.
On his face.
Unhinged.
Yeah, and he just keeps getting bigger ties. They're just weird.
Oh yeah, everyone wore huge ties that were like the size of their cheekbone lines.
Tie selection was great. characterization, you guys. I love it.
And all of this is confirmed by the fact that after the scene, McNutty ends up in the same elevator as our Eagle Scout, Lance Reddick. And it's this beautiful black and white shot via the security cameras.
Yeah, a little bit of fisheye on that line.
It kind of reminds me of like the first Clerks movie, if it was Emmy-winning cop show. And then the Eagle Scout, Lance Reddick, after he gets out of the elevator, he turns back with McNutty still in the elevator, and from outside of the elevator, you know, metaphor, he's like, "To be continued."
Boom.
Bam, that's so like meta.
In it.
And then we end up back in the newsroom.
Yeah.
And the writer's all like, "I want to cover Bubbles ethically," even though like Bubbles is just, I mean, they're all making a big deal of Bubbles' story, you know. And one of the boss guys in the newspaper is like, "Clean? I remember being clean," because implying none of these people are covering each other ethically at all.
I gotta say, I loved the background chatter. We turned on the subtitles so we could see this was background chatter as soon as you enter the Baltimore Sun room. And one of the people was like, "You don't need to report real news anymore." Like, it's this funny little throwaway thing. It's cute.
It's so cute that people used to read the news.
Oh, guys.
Like, they don't realize that none of you are gonna have jobs anymore. Not just like that hot Latino girl who wears different cool dresses every time. And for the second you see her, she's always packing her purse to leave.
Always.
I don't know who she is, but for some reason, maybe she's been talking about the hobos too much.
She gets fired at the end, you guys.
Yeah.
She says it's for a different reason, but she's always leaving a little bit early.
That was one of the few things, her being fired, where I didn't feel like it was explained to me whatsoever. You know what I mean?
That was actually a complaint about this final episode, the whole newspaper side of it. We'll get into that later. I've got, its weirdness.
Alright.
Trust me.
Alright, so,
Moving along.
So now we're at the bar. Pink Tie and McNutty are colluding in the bar.
The bar.
McNutty has the appearance of someone who is a maniac in bed, but like an asshole in the morning.
Again,
But still a maniac.
A maniac in any part of your life is probably an asshole, but it's just fun when you're fucking someone who's a maniac.
Yeah.
So it's different.
Yeah, until the morning when he is unhinged. I feel like Pink Tie and
Have you seen McNutt's wife and kids yet for the 2 seconds that we see him?
No, we don't find that out until halfway through the episode that McNutty has a family.
He has a family, guys. I'm sure everyone else knew this, but we did not.
So Pink Tie's trying to play McNutty into his thing too, but I guess they're friends. I don't know.
They're fucked, sure. So
yeah.
When you're fucked together, maybe it's sort of friend. It's good enough.
Yeah.
McNutty is such a poor man's excuse for Christopher Maloney, and it just bums me out. The unhinged cop. He never saw Maloney go that far, but he could have. He could have killed some fucking hobos.
Well, Stabler did, in all fairness, killed a few people. I guess.
I mean, he did. But he always was all like Vietnam about it. Did Benson ever kill anyone?
Benson should have killed that guy who kidnapped her.
Oh, that guy.
God.
That episode was so strange to watch.
He killed himself in front of her. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he came back.
Oh.
It keeps going. One last little part. We're talking about Porno Stash from Orange is the New Black and Mariska Haverty's.
Haverty's.
Yeah, Haverty's.
I just want to say, as we're moving along from the SVU talk, best episode of that show, in my opinion, my personal favorite, is the fucking Robin Williams one. It was based on that true story about the guy who called a McDonald's and said, "I need you to take this girl to the basement," and how the whole play of it, the twist of it, is he's trying to play himself as a guy who I exposed the flaws, and he
like
has,
you're all a bunch of sheep.
Yeah, and he has,
you're all a bunch of sheep, aren't you? Okay, now take off her bra.
Yeah, yeah, and then he gets away in the end.
He jumps into the water.
He almost bombs everyone there.
That's what it is.
I hate it. Mariska Haggerty is always in these situations where she has to breathe really heavy near a bomb. She doesn't know what's gonna happen.
She has a huge job right now. Okay, she's fine. Okay,
she's fine.
She's fine.
She can be a mom and a cop
and the police chief and everything.
Does SVU still exist?
Yeah.
It's still going on,
It's
man.
still going.
Get the fuck out
She's
of
like
here.
the leader person.
She's the leader of the cost, and she's the
She's the
leader of the
lieutenant.
of the show. She leads everything.
Oh yeah, and
It's her
Mr.
show.
Haggerty,
Yeah.
she fucking writes, directs. Anyway, so now we're gonna go to some shitty lawyers. So there is a beautiful prisoner. I don't remember his name, but he's like Marlowe, yeah, really pretty, like black guy with the almond eyes, skinny. And then there's this lawyer who's like this big.
What's his name?
His name is Levy.
Levy.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's good.
lawyer. So he tells the beautiful prisoner that his friends caught him. They caught you on a wire, man. They
The
broke
wire.
the code. They broke the code, which the code here is bigger than just bro code. Like, man, that you broke the bro code. You got my beer and slept with my woman. The code here is like, it has to do with honor and not wiretapping your friends and only murdering in particular situations. So basically, the lawyer's gonna try to get that wiretap inadmissible because he's got some shit on the redhead because she was on a wiretap, remember, pertaining to hobo killing conspiracy.
Yeah, that's what I was doing at the time. And also, they were misusing funds to like do this drug lord stuff. They were like making up hobo serial killers. Here's a serial killer. Just to, like, catch Marlowe, I think. That's what I'm connecting the dots to, maybe?
Yeah, Marlowe, I think, was a big drug gang thinger.
Yeah, and, you know, eyes like that, come on.
He's so pretty. And he had kind of, like, a small mouth, so when he talked, it was like, you know? I liked it. Anyway, next, Mike Birbiglia. Not Mike
Big Librwa.
A guy who looks like Mike Birbiglia, works for the police, pokes a hobo, signifying another dead hobo.
Yeah, but he makes up this big old story. He's like, this van came and tried to kidnap him or something. It was ridiculous.
Then we find out McNutty has family.
And we don't care about them, obviously.
Well, obviously, that's one of those things. That's another one of those things that kind of creep their way into like the final show because, of course, he has a family. Everyone knows McNutty has a family.
Yeah,
he's a family man. That's his character.
His family is just like every other like neglected family in these things, like Stabler's family.
Stabler's family.
Yeah.
Stabler's wife is like, why won't you have sex with me instead of worrying about our children getting kidnapped?
Oh.
And or JFK.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner's wife, she's like, you care more about Robert Kennedy dying than you care about us. And he's like, yes, bitch, slam the door in her face.
No, he's like, I'm tired of being asleep, goddammit. I'm finally awake. And then he cries.
The gay conspiracy. You just don't understand.
I'm not a homosexual, baby. I'm Jim Goddamn Garrison.
Alright, so on a happier note, now we
have to see it.
Yeah, so okay, so basically McNutty and he's hanging out with his family and his wife is kinda sitting there like, oh man.
Another call.
Come on, you're always out killing hobbits.
But they like don't give her a line. She just does it with a look. She's good.
She's good.
She's good.
She's blonde. They always are.
All have to be. That's more caring.
They always
but less
are.
understanding.
Blonde. Yeah, because it just signifies wife. Next we got Bubbles. Back to Bubbles.
Back to B.
He's the guy, he works at the farmer's market.
Maybe.
He hawks papers.
Maybe.
He's just getting his life together and he's hanging out with a bearded guy.
His wide bearded bro in the park at night.
Bubbles like, man, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Why are they writing about me? Beard bro's like, man, they're writing about you because it's good that you're doing what you're doing.
You're like an inspiration, dude. Like, I don't know, they write some good shit, man.
And then Beard Guy hands him something with this quote on it, which is significant because the last finale I watched...
Beard Guy is totally Scoggins.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes.
For everyone listening, that's a buddy of ours, Jeremy Scoggins. If you know The Wire and you know that last episode, Beard Guy, that's this guy.
Yeah. He gives him this quote from Franz Kafka. I said Kafka.
Goth girl.
I think he says Franzia Kafka.
Yeah, he did.
You can hold back from the suffering of the world. You have free permission to do so, and it is in accordance with your nature. But perhaps the holding back is the one suffering you could have avoided. So basically, we gotta tell our stories.
Yeah. And Bubbles was like, who's that? Beard was like, some writer dude. It was a cute line. But, okay, you have... Oh, I like this. You have all that down. Okay, good job. Sorry.
For those who can't see at home, I wrote down an outline of the show because it is complicated.
It's complicated.
It's like Miami Vice, except I actually care to follow
Yeah,
it.
like Inception, but I actually would like to. I rewatched it to care to know what's happening.
It's like Inception, but I'm not a fuckboy, so I don't care about Inception.
Oh, Inception's a good movie.
Yeah,
It's a good movie. It's a very complex film that only Chris Nolan could have really made. For better or worse.
yeah. I mean, it was fun to watch in theaters.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever really saw it outside of that theater setting, but in the theater at midnight when I saw it, I was fucking encapsulated.
Especially that NSYNC music video scene where they're like flipping
it's awesome.
the walls or something.
It's like Bye Bye Bye. Yeah,
I love that. Oh,
Tom Hardy
should have played that song.
Tom Hardy was super cute in that movie.
Maybe they shouldn't have played that song at that part. That would have made me sad.
It would have. I don't want to be your fool, and it's game of for two, so I'm leaving you behind.
All I remember with that movie is the crazy wife. That's all I remember.
She was Marion Cotillard.
Yeah, she was like, I want to stay in the dream world. I like making houses flip upside down.
Ah, watch out for the trains. Oh my god.
I don't want to die.
Oh, I'm going down the elevator.
Stop, just stand out. Don't get in the window. Jesus.
You killed the children, Teddy. Oh, wait, that's... Shutter Island? That's
Shutter Island.
Dude, those movies came out like back to back, and they were like kind of had the same deal where like DiCaprio's losing his goddamn mind, and there's some estranged children and wife.
Revolutionary Road.
That movie was goddamn depressing.
I'm bleeding on the carpet, honey.
I'm bleeding on the carpet. I'm dead.
Speaking of bleeding on carpets, another dead hobo, and so this cop comes up, also wearing a very similar blazer to the redhead. You know, kind of from the Limited, size 8 women's blazer. Extra fitted.
Men's.
No.
This is a men's blazer, you guys.
So anyway, she looks like Vivica Fox, but she's not Vivica Fox. So she goes up.
Are we sure?
No, she's not. She's definitely not.
It's Vivica Fox.
So Wendell Pierce goes up to the dead hobo, and he's like, this looks like a copycat. Which is how we know that whether the original dead hobos were really killed or not, someone is going around killing dead hobos like that.
Even though there wasn't a real pattern, I don't know how they got this pattern. They're just like, they just write like another one on it or something.
Another one. McNutty he just went to the morgue and started being like, oh yeah, those are strangle marks.
Yeah, them.
Oh yeah.
I connect dots. I'm McNutty by the bust.
He's great at connect the dots. Next is when, okay, so the lawyer Levy, who's of the beautiful prisoner.
And the people, yeah, Levy really wants to be friends with this guy. Like once he gets him out, he's really hoping it's gonna work. It's not. You guys, Levy, you're not. Give it up.
So he's buttering up the redhead and letting him know that, hey, I know about the illegal wiretap on you having to do with those fake hobo killings. And the redhead is like, well, I also have a wiretap on you. And then they pull out their dicks and they pee on each other, and they eventually come to some sort of agreement.
I remember doing that. My dick was like, I was like, well, you know, my dick is only 3 to 4, but your dick is going to be 8 to 12. Boom. And that's how it happened.
Wow, yeah, those are totally different classifications.
Well, it was small dick contest, okay? You know, less dick, less prison. That's how it works in Baltimore, you guys. I don't know if you've been.
John Waters told me that.
Oh.
That's been confirmed.
It has.
Yeah, in Baltimore specifically and only, really. That's how it works there.
Tiny dicks win, you guys.
Shout out to John Waters.
Shout out to Tiny Dicks.
He's a friend of the podcast.
Dick on the wire.
Yeah, we are stalkers of him on this podcast.
Starting now.
Starting right now. This moment. We're moving.
Next up, the commissioner and our Eagle Scout extraordinaire.
Starman
Lance Reddick.
The Chronicles of Reddick.
The Chronicles of Reddick. So they get McNutty in an interrogation room, and they're like, "You're killing them yourself, are you?" Or no, they're like, "You're not killing them yourself, are you?"
And then McNutty's like, "Oh my god, my tie's getting wider. These wrinkles are spreading."
He has less starch in his shirt than he ever has in his life.
And his hair just curlier than ever. It's frizzy.
It's like straight at the bottom and gets curlier at the end.
And that's how you know he's ready to bust. Like, this is gonna happen.
Is that not John, not C. Riley? Is that who we're talking about?
No,
not Poodle Boy. I don't even remember Poodle Boy's capacity. Poodle Boy was just pissed at everybody.
Poodle Boy was just walking around the office with his John C. Riley hair.
With his dick out.
With his dick out.
And like, huh, what'd you do? Huh.
Always looking like he's about to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That job is hit. The Sun is a hard newspaper to work for.
He looks like John C. Reilly in
He's getting
Magnolia.
bought out.
Really, really slow.
You were like a cunt hair away from indictment.
Oh yeah. If you want to describe McNutty, that's just the line. He is a cunt hair away from indictment at all points.
A cunt hair.
Just a cunt hair. The whole. I don't know if it's stretched out or not.
I don't know what his cunt looks like, frankly.
Dude, does he
It
straighten his
wasn't
cunt
that
hairs?
kind of show.
Too many questions.
And then we got the fabulous babe leaving the newspaper. I don't even know what her function is. She could be right about the hobo. I don't know. She leaves the newspaper, and as she leaves, the guy's like, "You'll catch a Pulitzer in no time."
Get snatching them.
That's about as fake as Daquan saying, "Sure, buddy, I'll get my GED."
Oh, we skip a Street Urkel? Is that still? Wait.
That's at the end.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Dude, we've got a lot.
We've got a lot.
It's really
Wow.
confusing. We're gonna have to cruise through.
Wow, I thought she left like a lot later. Never mind. My
Yeah,
goodness.
so next, like, Redhead and the Levy's wiretapes. So they keep pulling their dicks out, and it's like, quid pro quo, obstruction of justice. And she's like, oh yeah, well, you just bribed me. And they put their dicks back. And then McNutty and Wendell arrest some random hobo. And the hobo's like, you're a liar. Well, you're a black liar.
I do what I want to do when I want to do it.
Yeah, so they're asking this hobo random questions like, oh, did you kill all the other hobos?
I've killed millions.
What did I killed a horse
And
once.
they've all killed a little piece of me or something.
Yeah, and the horses ate my father. And so then they're gonna frame this hobo for all the hobo killings. 'Cause that way.
And he goes, "You're a coward. I can tell."
Would you really say something about horses? Wait a minute. Are we making a connection between Daquan's horse and him?
I don't know, man.
I don't know if he's
I don't
trusting.
know.
I don't know.
I mean, what else would the horses be for? The horses have to tie in.
Well,
Every character ties into something.
Yeah, everything's supposed to
horses?
tie together. That's what we've been told about this. That's what I know about The Wire. It fits together.
So basically, because McNutty is a cunt hair with indictment, he has to cooperate with a certain amount of corruption and really frame the hobo and some other guys for all kinds of shit. So then we have a police conference where they're like, so we caught the killer, and it's another hobo. Everybody wins. Mike Birbiglia, not Mike Birbiglia, guy who looks like Mike
Big
Birbiglia,
idea.
gets cornered, and he has to poop, and the poodle man's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're full of shit more than I am, or we have a lot of shit inside of us or something.
He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go
Oh
to the
yeah,
bathroom.
McNutty went fucking ham on that guy at the office, which is like, "You're so full of shit. You can smell when you walk. I know you can."
You're like a
Fucking
cock of
bastard."
shit. A cunt shit.
You're cunt hair of shit.
Yeah. You're a cunt shit of hairs. You know that, you fuck? You lying, sniveling fucking bastard, you.
And then Mike Big Lie Birbiglia just put on the confused Birbiglia faces. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to
It
tell a
looks
story
like
about this
Sam
later.
Rockwell in space. It's like, oh.
Give me
Oh,
some space, please, Kevin
I love
Spacey.
that movie.
Please.
Kevin Spacey.
That was
Get out of my
That was,
face.
yeah, the little
Fuck.
robot. Yeah, he's ruining it. We gotta replace Kevin Spacey in all of his movies, you guys.
I love Moon. Yeah. so
That's a great movie.
We gotta.
Oh my god.
gotta replace
Yeah,
it.
don't pause this podcast to listen to Moon. Finish the podcast, then watch Moon. But watch the Sarah Paulson thing. Pause. This is complicated.
Shut up.
Okay.
Anyway, so finally the redhead, who's like the arbiter of all balls now, apparently she has the biggest dick, it's been won.
Yeah.
So she gets to tell McNutty, like, yeah, they can't fire you, you just can't be police no more. So McNutty gets an Irish wake at their shitty Irish bar that they always go to, which is like green and red neon and...
Yeah, when she says shitty, like, she means it. Like, they like, just dance around and skank around the Dropkick Murphys all night. And it's really weird. Like, yeah, it's all drunken lullabies.
And you have to make a homosexual
Was it-
reference every 15 seconds while you're
Every
there.
few seconds, you gotta look at one of your best friends in the whole goddamn world and go, "You cocksucker motherfucker!" You're
And he
like,
sucked his mother's cock too.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, the bouncer kicks you out.
Yeah.
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 Like on the door.
It's all over the place.
Are you gonna play their little jig, their Irish jiggies?
Here, take us through the rest. I'm so sick of looking at my own notes. Dude, we really had to unwrap our mind around the show. And what's so great about it is it actually does kind of stand alone.
It does.
Like a slice of
Completely.
life movie.
Which is absurd. It has no business standing alone.
It doesn't.
Which shows like how good the show is.
Yeah.
Next week when we tackle that one, it's going to probably be not very good.
Yeah, we'll reveal that later. Yeah. Okay, let's see. McNutty's Irish Bar. Beer.
I'm gonna go to the bar and get a sea breeze at the bar.
Oh yeah, pretty pink tie guy now has a pretty Argyle sweater vest. Okay, he comes in and he also makes a gay reference. Of course, you have to. It's the bar, you guys.
Did he say something about his cock?
Oh, he said something about both their cocks. He's like, our cocks could be one, but my wife is here right now. Something like that.
Okay.
Not at all like that, but sort of. You get the idea. And we're playing this great guitar. This beautiful guitar.
Beautiful guitar.
Beautiful guitar.
Sensuous guitar.
Ugh. Salacious
What is
guitar.
that? Is that a Gibson?
Debbie Gibson.
And we got Method Man comes in.
Method Man's name is Cheese.
Hot Cheese coming in.
Because all of the beautiful prisoners' drug dealers' friends, their name is like Cheese and Doritos and
Maron.
yeah, and
Mark Maron. Mark Maron's in the show, you guys.
Lemonheads.
He's black in the show.
He's black. Yeah, it's a little bit controversial. No one really calls him out for it. It's like a Ted Danson.
But hey, he's Jewish, so they're like, you know what?
He's had it tough.
Yeah.
Well, he's not as bad as Lena Dunham.
But Cheese
Very few people are.
Cheese comes in and he's like, I'm the leader of everything now. You know, everyone else is arrested. It's me. I'm hot. Look at this gun, dude. And I'm pointing my gun at you a lot. And the shooting scenes in this show so much more classier than Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy just...
Well, they're gratuitous in Sons of Anarchy, and when they happened, it didn't matter to us because it happened too often. With this, there's what, one guy gets shot in the show? Two
guys get shot, yeah.
Technically, two guys get shot.
One to death.
And the other one, like, just shoots himself.
And yeah.
So, like, and when it happens, you're what, like an hour and something into the show, and then someone finally gets his head fucking blown off, and you're not expecting it.
Because Method Man's holding the gun, and he gets his head blown off. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's like, good
it's
job,
such a
guys.
power reversal.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Cut the cheese.
Cut the cheese. And, like, Method...
Do we know if it was a red man who shot him? Because How High is a pretty bad movie, and somebody had to have been bitter about it. Like, come on.
Yeah, let's just go with this. Sure.
Red Man.
That works.
Brick City.
But they were talking about selling the drugs and the dope. It's not that difficult in Baltimore.
We selling coke and dope in Baltimore.
Yeah.
I felt like that was an important one.
That was the show right there. And we had Street Urkel, by the way. Street Urkel, this little guy, like, I hope he's around in the whole show. I hope the show is nothing but Idris Elba and Street Urkel just chilling out the whole time, having great conversation.
He looks kind of like Spike Lee shrunkified.
And wait, what are
you saying something?
He's all like, man, that sentimental motherfucker just cost us money.
Yeah.
Like the second the guy gets shot in the face in front of him, he's like, you just cost us $600.
Yeah, you could have killed him later, okay, dude?
Yeah.
Like, I'm taking some money.
And he's like sitting there, he's real little and like wearing a shirt tucked in, he's like, oh. But then he's like, oh shucks, and like walks away like it's all okay. And the next shooting that happens is these guys, so I guess they're the new gangsters.
Yeah, they're the new Marlowe replacement, Mark Maron replacements.
And they're like, hey, guy who owns this pawn shop place, like, give me some money and power. And the guy's like, I'm not giving you power. Other people used to have power. And then he's like, you're just a boy. Bam!
Kids like,
that's just your knee after he shot him in the knee. Bam!
And I mean, again, he shoots him in the knee, and his stat meter on the extortion level is like right where it needs to be, and he gets the max amount of money without going over the thing. If it were a video game, you got to work him to that point. You don't want to kill him.
Great shooting scenes, just
super classy.
Terrific. Okay, and that's the rest of your notes. What happened?
Well, basically, all that happened next is like we wrapped up some of the other shit.
Oh, Daquan.
Is Daquan dead?
Is he dead?
Oh, I think Daquan might have gotten shot. By a horse?
But the horse did not like being bought. This was a rising up story, rebellion of horses.
About the horses.
About the horses. This is Flick of 4, you guys.
Flick of 4. Flick of 4. The horses get back because horses don't like being in carriage situations.
They don't, actually. That's the big story here in Baltimore. Small dicks and horses uprising.
And cocksuckers and cunt hairs.
Cunt hairs, yeah.
And indictments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to line up as many cunt hairs between me and indictments as possible.
I love Wendell Pierce, like, talking about the the body. Wendell Pierce is just deadened by this job by now. He does not take any dead
Wendell
homeless
Pierce
boys
is
serious.
deadened in real life, apparently.
He is problematic, as you said. And that's
He
proper.
beat up the Bernie supporters?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite okay. He was arrested in Atlanta for attacking a Bernie couple. The fight started in a bar, and Wendell, being a Hillary supporter, he followed the couple to their room.
I'm with her.
Got an arm. Yeah, he just kept saying that. He was chanting,
He's
"I'm
like,
with her."
I'm with her. I'm with
With
her.
a cigar in his mouth. It was great. No.
He's like,
I'm with her.
I'm with her.
Followed the couple to the room. Got his arm in the doorway. This is what both sides of the story agree on. Now, he says he was pulled into the room, and they closed the door on him with his arm in the doorway. And the other couple, with friends, I believe, said, no, he was trying to attack us, and we closed the door on him. So,
What if they doing him like they did Azalea Banks when Russell Crowe spit in her face and called it the N-word?
no, that's why I gotta keep both sides of the story, people. That's why I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to be
You do,
journalist.
because
I'm
sometimes everyone will lie.
the Baltimore Sun over here, basically. I'm the DA and the Baltimore Sun. No big deal. Okay, so Dequan. McNutty. Oh, McNutty, who has montage vision now. Remember this? Homeless dude in the car, by the way. Homeless dude from before.
Yeah, the homeless dude who... No, McNutty tried to frame...
He didn't try to frame this homeless dude. This homeless dude, he was just like, did you see the van that Mike Bird Big Leah told me about? He's like, would you get in a van if I let you? Yeah. The homeless dude was not there, so that's why he's in McNutty's car. The homeless dude does not know where he is right now.
So McNutty is no longer a police cop. He had an Irish wake. He's driving around with a homeless man.
Yeah, when there's a homeless serial killer going around.
After people have made two half-hearted implications. Are you killing them yourself?
Yeah, are you actually, McNutty, are you doing this, dude? Yeah, he's busting right now. Like, he didn't bust. The whole thing was like, we're ready for him to bust. And we can just...
And his shirt is wrinklier than ever.
Again, it wrinkles directly into his face. You can't tell where the face ends and the shirt begins. Like,
wrinkled out. It's all fucking crow. What are those things? Crow lines? What are those? Scarecrow lines? What are they called?
oh, the crow's feet.
Crow's feet. There we go.
You've heard of resting bitch face? This is like resting hard-boiled detective who hasn't slept in
Manic face. Yeah.
It's like,
And he does a quick. I didn't know he had this superpower until the end. He can see montages of the entire. He is Baltimore. He
gazes out into Baltimore and montages pop up while his face just sits there like.
Oh yeah, I became a judge. No big deal. Me the
Oh
DA.
yeah, the redhead became a judge.
Yeah, I did good. I thought I was gonna get like. I really thought I was gonna get 4 years.
Go Scully.
Yeah, go Scully
Yes,
Oliver.
Agent Scully.
I had to deal with Douche Cumney. I had to deal with McNutty.
Sculliver.
Sculliver's
trouble.
Or Sculliver's gabbling.
Oh yeah, Bubbles' ending. I liked Bubbles' ending because he's like reading the article. He's okay with it, and then to show he has his life together, he puts on his sunglasses and he picks up some groceries. I really love it.
He's at a farmer's market.
He's at a farm. I love it when groceries mean I got my life together. Like Vince Vaughn in The Breakup. He's like, yeah, I buy my own groceries now. I'm perfectly fine. I buy my own groceries.
It really fucking does. I mean, especially it's like, his cholesterol is going to get under control. Those his local fruits and veggies.
That's a good food. He's not eating, like, fucking bubble cheese or whatever. I don't know what
Bubble
he
cheese in the prison, which is what everyone was about to have to eat if it weren't for that cunt hair separating them and indictment.
I know.
And then, okay, is there any more? Oh, yeah, he gets back in the car with the McNutty. We're back to McNuts. Gets back in the car with the homeless dude who definitely doesn't know where he is. And he says, what does he say? You ready to go home?
Ready to go home?
He
doesn't have a home. He's homeless. That's why I think he's going to kill him and leave him under the bridge.
Home is heaven, you guys.
McNutty is the hobo serial killer.
Yes.
This whole time. And he's also using the fact that he's doing that. Hobo killer.
No scratching. And we solved it. We only need to see the one episode, you guys, and we solved the whole.
McNugget was the hobo killer.
I feel like I found the Gossip Girl.
Okay, now with all this being said, we went through the whole show, you guys. We really did it. Like, thank you for doing this outline. That's a great idea. We should really follow through with that again. With that being said, do you guys have any interest in seeing the rest of the show?
You know what? I would.
You would? Okay.
I would.
Yes. How about the Charles?
I don't think I will right now, but I totally would. I thought it was great. I actually, like I said, thought it was great just stand alone, even.
I almost don't want to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now.
That's fucked up.
Because
it's weird, but I know exactly, yeah.
It stands so well on its own, like, maybe, like, it's... Because people who watched this show did not like the finale that much, actually.
Really?
They were not on board.
It was such a beautiful finale.
Yeah, but maybe that's because, like, there's so much build-up. There's so many wires that just didn't, like...
I like how there were no, like, easy answers, and in the end, Baltimore was just Baltimore, like, neither good nor bad.
Yeah, it's just Baltimore being Baltimore. You can't solve Baltimore. We have this hope in Bubbles,
but even the hopefulness of Bubbles, our most hopeful plot line, the hope is just, this guy got his life together enough to go to the farmer's market.
Yeah. It reminds me of the ending of that Coen Brothers film, was it Burn After Reading, where the yellow M&M, what's his name? The guy from Whiplash. You know who I'm talking about. He was J. Jonah Jameson in the Spider-Man movies.
Oh, okay. J.D. Simmons?
J.K. Simmons.
Oh, wow. That's close.
Yeah, that's pretty good. J.K. Simmons has that moment where he goes, what the fuck did we learn? And I was like, I don't know.
I learned something today.
Because you don't learn anything from this as far as, like, what happens, like, in a good way or a bad way. Dude ends up being governor.
McNutty is going to kill somebody.
McNutty's going to kill some people. And then Baltimore is just going to keep, like you said, keep being Baltimore. John Waters is going to be there. And maybe we will too.
Small dicks prevail.
Small dicks prevail. Small dicks out.
But, okay. What was it? A little controversy. This is interesting, okay? So the Baltimore Sun, the paper of... It's like a third of the show, I believe, if the rest of the show follows the final episode. They described the finale as... Okay, first off, they wrote the headline. I'm gonna get this. The Wire. Finale is a cop-out for a once great show. Yeah, like, this is the paper in the fucking show. This is the show's paper dissing the show. Like, whoa. He said, David Simon wrote a brilliant finale for The Wire. Unfortunately, it was in 2004 at the end of season 3, not the 90-minute finale episode of the Baltimore-based drama that will air tonight on HBO. So, apparently,
Who wrote that?
The article, David Zerwick. Apparently, The Wire, like, at the end of season 3, there was a chance it was going to get canceled or be renewed, so there was, like, an open-ended ending that could have worked. People really appreciate that more. Idris Elba, that's his last episode, so just in case. Like,
so Stringer Bell ends season 3.
Yeah, so that's maybe why people hated it, because there's, like, more Elba. Like, we just got fucking Ron Perlman again, so...
Absentee daddy. That's what we call that when you're in a finale and you've never seen the show before, and the main actor you wanted to be your daddy from the show. You read about People's Magazine when you were in the waiting room in your psychiatrist's office. He's not even in it. Absentee daddy.
I love
Ron Perlman.
Daddy. Okay, I like that.
Idris Elba.
Because that does happen a lot. I mean, Douche to Come, not at the end of the original X-Files series.
Oh yeah, Douche to Coveney.
Yeah. And there's other examples. I just can't think of them right now because I'm not thinking about that right now. But
you're not thinking about daddies. I don't think about daddies anymore.
Yeah, I'm done with ever since the Louis C.K. thing. Don't daddy.
Done with daddy.
But okay, so this is a big deal. The paper of the fucking show. This is it. So the creator of the show, on his own blog, penned a response. And if you want to hear someone go crazy, I'll just read a little excerpt from this. From Dave, the creator of the show. It's very... Okay, I'm gonna go for it. All in all, the last season of The Wire wasn't that cruel a portrayal, was it? There was some love in there for the ink-stained wretches. A few funny lines, too. Tell me you didn't laugh at the burnt doll harem in the photog's trunk. Come on. It's okay to smile. Oh, fuck it. Who am I? Who's kidding whom? It was way worse than you thought, any of you, save for a couple of sharp journos who were able to stand back just far enough to realize what the real critique was. Laurie got it, and tellingly, he used to work for the LA Times, but now is a step or two removed from the Metropolitan Daily, writing for the Variety. See, he mentions Metropolitan Daily as a jab at the Sun. He never says the Sun by name.
Huh.
And a couple of others at alternative weeklies figured it out. Again, perhaps because they're just less vested than everyone at the big, vulnerable dailies. But the rest of you blessed...
Carson Daly?
Scripps, yes, Carson Daly. This is directly to him. But the rest of you blessed, scribbling souls, not so much as an offhand reference, and that goes not just for the journalists displeased enough with our newspaper tale, but for the larger number of commentators and critics who thought we did swell. No one went near the theme. Everyone stayed dead center and literal, oblivious to the big-ass elephant in our mythical newsroom. Let's be clear, though. I'm actually rigorous about letting criticism of the show stand without arguing back. I'll rant a bit about journalism or a drug war or any other issue that I rub up against. But if you didn't enjoy The Wire this season, then let's concede for the purposes of this little note that you are correct. We sucked. The writing was a train wreck, the characterization limp, the acting and plotting shameful and shameless both. Jump the shark in high-top Nikes, we did.
This guy is crazy, and I love him. Jesus Christ.
Hey, you went crazier than Kirk Sutter.
I wonder if his wife has that same, like, dead expression that McNutty's wife had. Like, oh, my husband has to write all this important stuff. Or he's just bitching about TV.
Oh, him.
Oh, men.
Okay, I don't actually agree, but neither would I argue. We said what we wanted to say, and now everyone else is entitled to talk back without some counter-bitch finding them. So let's happily concede that all criticism stands and get to the real fun. Because the thing I can't leave alone, the thing that makes me as giddy as a schoolgirl is this. Whatever else I am, a traitorous apostate to newsprint, the angriest hack in television, a kicker of small dogs, you must acknowledge that I am now also the newly crowned king of meta. That's right, I am your new lord and sovereign of buried, latent, subtextual argument. I dragged it past sarcasm, past a cynicism, and all the way to balls out snide. Crown me up and kneel, ya bitches.
I don't know how we can top that.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of like, if that's not the end of the episode, it should be pretty damn close to it, because, my god.
Yeah.
Kneel, you bitches. Okay, and with that, you guys, I guess, yeah. So what did I miss? We went, any other contributions to this episode, or is this what we ended?
I absolutely love this show from the one episode I've seen of it.
Boom.
Every character was great.
Yeah.
And I feel like we learned so much just from these little snippets of these people's lives. Like, Daquan said like 5 things. All of them were lies, except for when he says, I like horses.
So much humanity.
And,
That's all we saw, that one character, and then we don't even know it. I think he's dead.
yeah, I think he's dead because the dead guy had a cool t-shirt and was tiny.
Yeah.
God damn it, the fucking horses.
They always
I
get
can't
you.
believe the horses.
I can't believe they didn't take a cheap pop and use that fucking Rolling Stones song, Wild Horses. Couldn't drag me away. It's so easy.
And, I don't know if we can get to a weekly schedule. I'd like to say next week, but maybe
next
not
we're
next
gonna
week.
do Pretty Little Liars.
Pretty Little Liars.
Next week is Pretty
When we got
Little
this together-
Liars.
When we got this together, like, we watched it, what, Saturday night?
Yeah, we're
No,
kidding.
we watched it last week. We watched it, like,
We had to watch this one twice all the way through.
because it's so long. But if we were able to like have one night where we watch it, 2 nights later we can do this.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we're gonna do, people.
Yeah,
We're
wait,
gonna try.
we kept recording, so now they know our secret. We're on the wire.
Ah, we've been wired, you guys. Damn it.
Turn it off,
Yeah,
turn it
fuck.
off, turn it off, turn it off. If you sleep with the
Walk with a Jesus, He's gonna save your soul. You gotta keep the devil way down in a hole. He got the fire and the fury and his command. Well, you don't have to worry if you hold on to Jesus' hand. We'll all be safe from Satan when the thunder rolls.
bam,
Just gotta help me keep the devil way down in a hole.
keep going nuts.
All the angels sing about Jesus. Jesus' mighty soul.
I know that guy.
And they'll shield you with their wings and keep you close to the Lord.